here is one of the reasons why no one trusts the US. Because the United States is never a partner. It's always playing the class monitor. It wants to dictate, not participate. It wants to decide how the West should respond, how NATO should respond, who should be doing what. Look at what happened with Poland. It wanted to give its entire fleet of fighter jets to Ukraine free of charge. Poland was offering 28 MiG-29 fighters. This was their plan. Poland transfers them to the US, and then the US gives them to Ukrainian pilots. Why go through America? Why not give it directly to Ukraine? Two reasons. One, Poland wants America to help with the transfer and logistics. And two, this is not a donation. Poland does want something in return, a fleet of American F-16s. And this offer was officially announced. Then America shot it down, and the Polish Prime Minister had to make an embarrassing retreat.
We were always emphasizing that Poland is not party to this war, and NATO is not party to this war. This is why any decisions of delivering offensive weapon has to be taken by the entire NATO on a unanimous basis. And this is why we are ready to give all of our fleet of jet fighters to Ramstein, but we are not ready to make any moves on our own because, as I said, we are not party to this war.
The US was actively negotiating with Poland for this transfer. Then why did they bomb it? Why does the United States not want Ukraine to have fighter jets? The Pentagon says the proposal had some quote-unquote logistical problems. In fact, let me quote from the official statement for you. We will continue to consult with Poland and our other NATO allies about this issue and the difficult logistical challenges it presents, but we do not believe Poland's proposal is a tenable one.
Shalom, shalom. All praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Lakah HaKadash, and the Bohana to the elder and the apostles of the Mason who do well. A peace, a blessing, and salutation to you, Akim, who are pushing this truth to the four winds of the heavenly, and be on the forefront of this spiritual war, and to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise here on earth again, as in the days of old. So, the ball is on NATO's court. You see, as per prophecy, NATO will be divided. That's one among the indicator of end time prophecy. You see, the Bible talked about the 10 horns. You see, let's go and get the scripture. You see, let us get the scripture really quick. Let's see. So this is a book of Daniel 2 and verse 32. It says, this image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arm of silver, his belly and his thigh of brass, his leg of iron, his feet part of iron, part of clay. So that was going to NATO and EU. You see, that was going to NATO and EU. And the iron and the clay cannot mix. So this was going to, there will be more division, you see, on NATO and EU. You see, as the beast, you see, the false beast. You see, or we call the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. You see, so there will be a division. It started with the Brexit, really. You see, and there's a immigrant problem. You see, the EU was divided on that, and more division are coming. So this part of prophecy is set in motion, and it is reaching the climax of it. So this will lead to, see, when you continue listening to this video, Emmanuel Macron is really not with this Russian invasion, but going even 2, 3, even 5 years ago. You see, the French were calling for an EU army. You see, and in this video, particularly this video, Emmanuel Macron was saying like the EU need it is own army. So that is basically like saying fuck you American, you see. So and one time, I think it was last year or early this year, Emmanuel Macron is the same guy in which he is at the forefront to push America being isolated, you see, as part of NATO, you see. And he was saying NATO is like when you consider the European Union, you see, the country in the European Union which are part of NATO, he was calling them a body without a head. Basically, the head is America, in which America is not even Europe, and they cannot address European Union a problem. And I saw another article, the same president of France. He was like, you can't have a peaceful Europe without Russia. You see, and he was like saying we need to take Russia seriously as a country, and because America, it seems like America, they think Russia is like a village or something. You see, so that dude Emmanuel Macron was saying we need to take Russia seriously because America is not in Europe. If we war break out in Europe, you see, that is according to this Edomite, they think that there will be a war against NATO and Russia, which is that's not in prophecy. You see, he was like saying if we war break out in Europe, America won't be there. See, going back to World War II, which that war was fought, you see, over there in Europe, and they saw a lot of bloodshed. And now, the European Union don't want to see that. So basically, they want to incorporate. That is a Europe new policy to incorporate Russia in their long-term peace strategy on Europe, and that will bring even more division, man. You see, that will even lead to the European Union don't want to have anything to do with America. And then the latest oil ban in which Biden have banned, you see, the Russian oil importation to America, and the American were receiving like 4% of the Russian oil. Germany, on the other hand, it is receiving like 43%, if I'm not mistaken. So Biden was like speaking, we expect more cooperation with our European ally, and Germany came forward and said we are not with that. As of now, we are not with that. We are not going to ban Russian gas and oil. And Russia recently have threatened to ban Nord Stream 1, in which Nord Stream 1 that is a core gas supplier to Europe. If they ban that, all hell will break loose on Europe. See? So Russia is like holding hostage the energy sector and weaponizing it against Europe, and that will set in motion this prophecy here. You see, I will repeat again. Daniel 2:32 say, this image's head was of fine gold, his brass and his arm of silver, his belly and his thigh of brass, his leg of iron and his part of iron and a part of clay. So, for you guys who are saying, I see, the elders of Great Mission, you see they are too extreme, they are breaking the scripture alone. What do you see? Because you can't have a carnal perspective concerning prophecy. And now, what is going on over there in the invasion of Ukraine, it might not go as you expected. You see? It might not go as you expected, but you needed to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yashai, trust his plan. You see, because we are at the light side. Even if what you see is told, you see, because you have prophecy needed to be fulfilled. Jacob trouble and the mark of the beast being made mandatory. And you guys, we told you, man, starting with the elders and the apostles, that man over there in Ukraine, that's not what you see. And you were saying like, we don't want to get the hell out of here. See now, man, you are confounded. You see? You see like that war is stalling. You need to revisit your breakdown, man. You see, before it is too late. You see? So this is Habakkuk 2:1. I say, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. What is the tower, man? You see, the ruling class, man, right now, which is America. That is the highest tower right now, man. See, and I will watch to see what he say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Hashem answered and said, light the vision and make it plain upon tables. So the vision have been made plain upon tables. We see the prophet of Yahweh Hashem starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, that he may learn that leaders, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at its end shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Though the vision of what you see tarry, but it is near, any time soon. Who could have expected in the 21st century Russia will launch an invasion on a civilized nation of Ukraine? Who would have expected that the Lord will lock up the planet in 2020? See? So the Lord can do this within 6 months or whatever. Say, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. See? So, let me go. And finishes it. It seems like, I don't know what is the problem with you as a camp. It seems like you ignore Revelation 17 and 15, man. See? Revelation 17... see, really 16, it says, the 10 horny, which are partly clay and iron, you see, and the 10 horny, which is all falls upon the beast, this shall hate the whole. See? With this going on, all of this friction going on, it will reach to a point where this European Union say, fuck you, man, we will have our own army, and that army is coming, man. See, and that army will shoot missiles on America, man. See? See? As per prophecy, this shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh. See? They will turn back and eat her flesh. What does that mean? Put sanction on her. And embargoes and whatever they will do. See? Surely, fresh kabisa. And they burn her with fire. What fire the scripture are talking about? What fire can burn America as a country? Thermonuclear war. So not only this nation, this European nation will hate the whore, but they will shoot missiles on the whore. So you need to trust the process. Missiles ain't gonna drop like now, and we are out of here like now, man. See? But at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, we might as well be out of here, man. That's the mindset you need to have. You see, a lot of people don't comprehend when they listen to the apostle and say at the end of this year and the following year, we'll be out of here. They don't even comprehend that. That is meant to make you at edge, to make you stand upon your watch and think that the end is coming. What if you had the apostles and elders they are telling you we still have 10 years? Certain guys could have went back to sleep. So that is meant to put you at edge. You need to understand that, man. We'll be out of here at the end of this year, next year, man, in the beginning of next year. And you need to believe in that, man. Stay at the edge. This is not the time to go back to sleep. And Lord willing, I'll do a testimonial videos for you brothers who live in the West, especially, man. See, the Lord got me through. You see, like it was like I was going through something in which it pertained to the coming days, especially for you, Akiam, who live in the West, so that you can know, man, the Lord can get you through famine. You see, you actually have people who live in the same time period, like me, myself, who went through that famine, and the apostles and the elder told us to speak. You needed to speak on something you have experience on, man. And I'm going to speak on this testimony because I have experience of being hungry, man. And the Lord took me through all that, man. It is possible. You see, and it will get rough, you see, all over the world, but more tight in America. So we need to back up and understand that there are certain brothers in which you are living in the same time period. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yashai got them through a famine. You see? So with this I say shalom. I hope you brothers were edified. On to the next.